And before we jump into the news, as you can see in front of you, I have switched away from Old Reliable. The Old Reliable being my Blue Yeti. It was a USB microphone, or is a USB microphone. They have the Yeti Pro, too expensive. I switched over to XLR with this Audio Technica 2035. But let's jump into it. So the first topic here, Gamescom. Gamescom is happening right now, or is going to be happening on Thursday. 2 p.m. is the opening show for the event. It is a virtual event, so you can attend it virtually, and with it, there's gonna be a bunch of people showcasing, and specifically for this channel, Xbox, Microsoft, and Xbox. They are going to be showcasing things on it. They're gonna be showcasing some games, so you can check it in, and then also, with that whole Gamescom announcement, there is an Xbox sale going on. An Xbox game sale, Gamescom Xbox sale is really only for Europe and the UK. So if you are in those areas, then you can definitely get some sales. There's an article up that I'll put a link in the description that tells you what's going on, what kind of sales are going on. I think I'm seeing roughly between 40 and 60% off a good portion of titles. So you can check those out if you haven't checked out any old titles, but a lot of these sales are not very, very brand new games. You might find some hidden gems in those old titles. So jumping along, Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator came out, last week or so, and it has been taking the PC industry by storm. Microsoft Flight Simulator has taken the industry so storm, it is like the new meme. It is the new can it run Crysis. Now we're saying can it run Flight Simulator? Because Flight Simulator requires so high hardware. Now I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to list the hardware on the screen, and I'm also going to tell you that you download it, say from Steam or from Game Pass or just Microsoft Store in general on whatever. It's not available on consoles yet. But on PC, you download from either of those two stores and you download it. You might think it's not a lot. It's just like a gigabyte file. But then when you open it up, you're downloading a 120 gigabyte file, 109 or 120 gigabyte file, depending on how many updates there are. And that game, even this computer here is running an older GPU. It's the GTX 1080. I can run it at ultra, but it's only like 30 FPS or less. It looks smooth still, but it's only at 30 FPS, not 60, not 100, even though this is a 144 hertz screen. Now, the 2080 Ti, the RTX 2080 Ti even struggles with this game. It struggles to get barely 60 FPS on the game itself. So I feel like Flight Simulator is going to be the new Crysis, even though we actually do have a new Crysis coming. And I think that new Crysis also supports 8K. Flight Simulator, I'm not sure if it supports 8K, but people can barely even run it at 1080p, let alone 4K. So it's going to be a while before we get some new things out there like GPUs that run it. And also, speaking of GPUs, Nvidia is announcing on September 1st their 3000 series RTX GPUs. So hopefully those things will push Flight Simulator further along and get it to run at like 80 and 100 FPS on ideal screens, because right now no GPU does that. So stay tuned for that event, Nvidia having their graphics card event, and maybe what else they'll talk about in the future. And there is a new dashboard coming to Xbox. I think I talked about it in the past in one of the other videos, new dashboard coming soon, but it is now out for testing on the Xbox Insider program. If you are an alpha channel user and you got acceptance to the alpha channel, I'm currently only in the beta channel just before alpha or just after alpha, so I don't get that, try out the new interface. But if you are in the alpha ring, you probably have tried it out, or you probably have it right now, and apparently it looks pretty smooth. A lot of people don't notice too many differences, but that's how that update is. They said that it's not a super major update, it's just paving the way for the Series X and potentially the Series S. So take a look at that if you are an Alpha Ring user, and let me know what you guys think about that whole experience, because I can't try it out, unfortunately, but hopefully in the future I will. And speaking of the Xbox Series S, I feel like this Thursday we might get some kind of announcement. Hopefully, we may not get any prices for the Series X at all, but I have a feeling that we might have some kind of announcement of the Series S, considering all the leaks we've had of the controller, that white controller that had a labeling on it for the Xbox Series X and Series S. I feel like it's imminent that we're going to get that. People are thinking that they're going to announce it, and it might release ahead of time. It might release ahead of the Series X so it doesn't dilute the sales of that. But I don't think they would do that because we already have the Xbox One S still on sale. And I don't think that the Series S should come out. It should come out at the same time as the Series X. So stay tuned for that news. If I see it, I'll let you guys know definitely. And lastly, I saw an article online about Chromebooks and xCloud. You don't think about xCloud too much, but if what you need to remember is that Chromebooks, a lot of them, run Android apps. And if they run Android apps, which they do natively, then that means that everything in the Play Store works on Chromebooks. Whether you can tilt and all that stuff is different, but Chromebooks can run Play Store apps. And what app is available on Chromebooks? The Xbox game streaming application is available on Chromebooks. So if you have the Game Pass, is what it's called. If you have the Game Pass application on your Chromebook and you pop in a controller to it, you could actually play on xCloud without using your phone. You can, most of us were like, we wish we had it on the iPad, something more mainstream tablet-like experience, or the PC. But so far, it looks like, according to, I think, WP Central or Windows Central, Chromebooks seem to run xCloud pretty smoothly. You get a nice big screen. You don't have to squint at that tiny little phone screen when you're playing like Gears of War or Halo. So if you have a Chromebook, definitely check out xCloud because it can run and it seems to work really smoothly, and it seems to be paving the way for the PC release of xCloud-like experiences on PC, which for some reason we still don't have, not even in testing. At least I don't. So take a look at it. If you have a Chromebook, definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think about the Chromebook running xCloud and running the whole Game Pass application, since it does run Android applications. And yeah, that comes to the end of this video. This is a quick news briefing for Xbox games as a whole, Xbox Game Cloud. Let me know what you guys think about the news in the comment section below, and also let me know how the sound works, because it seems like the sound should be working pretty well now. I'm no longer having to deal with, all the interferences. I can even move this thing here and it'll still be smooth. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And thanks for everybody who finally pushed me over 200 subscribers. It seems like just yesterday I did the 100 subscriber special. We're shooting for 250 so I can do update 2.0. So keep supporting me. Thank you so much. I have some surprises coming up later on this year. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.